Ec16, the mystical light switch. Soul to soul talk. The mystical light switch. Life guiding conversations with Morai Amoro and Jenai summer. Jenai, can I tell you a little about the mystical light switch? Of course, Morai, it's always very interesting to listen to you, but you have to tell me first what means mystical. Mystical is a word we use for the unknown and the things we cannot explain with words or cannot see with our physical eyes, and which is from beyond the world of body, mind, intellect, and matter. But, Morai, I have seen books and seen advertisements with that word mystical. There has been spoken and written a lot about it, possibly to let us know that something else from beyond exists, but it is an individual experience which cannot even be shared with words or with anybody. Everything in our familiar world is about concepts and descriptions, meaning a something or subject, which is a concept about a thought, a perception, a theory, and explained through the spoken or written word, but all of them are incomplete. What do you mean with that, Morai? First of all, there is always more to be discovered regarding anything, and we always forget about the real essence of everything, that something mystical. The essence of everything is the life force, the eternal life-giving and life-sustaining source, God, Kandu, or any name given to that which is beyond name and form. But it is connected to everything and everybody, otherwise it couldn't exist. Here we are again with the fact and word mystical, that we are unable to grasp this with our mind or intellect. We come from the mystical, and will return one day into the mystical, or in other words, we came from the everlasting mystical real to the mortal world, the world of body, mind, and matter, to experience this creation. We are spiritual beings on a momentary physical adventure in which we unfortunately have lost that contact with the spirit, the soul, or mystical real self. Have I had a mystical experience, Morai? Possibly, most likely, like everybody. But again, it is something that we know that is real, but are not able to explain it into words or grasp it with our intellect. This is what I call Kandu, God, the Creator, is reaching you, making contact with you and letting you know that there is more than what we see and understand. He is reminding us about this very fact that we are not from here. So, Morai, what do we do when we have received this mystical WhatsApp call, as I could visualize it? That's a nice visualization, Jenai, and then that depends on what we are going to do with that experience. We can just let it be and don't bother further about it because it is unexplainable and not shareable, or we can start a quest to find out who did switched on the mystical light switch, who and what is calling us. Hopefully, we keep searching and run into someone who has mastered to be on the other side, one who is in constant contact with Kandu the Creator, and who knows to switch on the mystical light switch from the other side. Hopefully one day we can reach to be on the other side and are able to switch the light on. Did I hear that correct, Morai? That the mystical light switch can only be switched on from the other side? You did hear that correct, Jenai. For how can we connect something or someone in the mystical realm? I thought that inner and silent prayer and meditation, of which you talk so often about, is like switching on the mystical light switch. No, unfortunately it isn't, Jenai. Inner and silent prayer and meditation is just about giving time to that which we cannot see or comprehend with our mind and intellect. It is like surrendering and dying from the world of body, mind, and matter by sitting still in the darkness and waiting until that something or someone, conduit or life force or God, switches on the light switch from the other side. It is all about His will and not our will, for we have fallen asleep, have drifted away, and are lost and lonely in this foreign mortal world. But He wants to be sure that we really want to reconnect with our real self and Him. It is a struggling path from moment to moment, as we are constantly pulled down and out into the world, which we take for real. Call it struggling, or in other words, preparing ourselves, wanting to realize who and what we really are and where we really belong. Compared with the everlasting realm of eternal life and love, we live in the darkness, and that light which we are and the place which we come from is a light that we have to slowly get used to again as well. So, search for one in the physical world who can reconnect us with the inner path, who is a light for us in this world, and who will be our light on our inner journey. Someone who has mastered to travel back and forth to the other side. One who is in constant contact with Kandu, the Creator, and who knows to switch on the mystical light switch from the other side. How do I find that one? He or she will find you when you are ready. We need to have that longing from within and make the best preparations to be first a good human being. And what is it to be a good human being? That you might find in mystical scriptures, but then again will be a deep study, for the guidelines written can be interpreted in our convenient ways. So, I will not be sure when I go this road of study. Correct? And for that, when the one who comes to guide you shows up in your life, he or she will be that living example of being a real good human being. It all sounds so mystical. It is, until it starts to become a reality. Thank you, Morai. You are most welcome, Jenai.